Hey guys, how's it going? Ghosty Rich here today. And today we're going to be installing the RPM Extreme fan controller. Now, there are multiple options on the market, like the one that Jeep Speed Shop uses, which you would have that little box. It's a German one. I think it's a Langenfoto something module. Well, you could use that. I wanted to use this one because it didn't require me to tap a new sensor into my water pump, and it also didn't need to have me tap into the AC down below. Instead, this one just taps right into your existing CAN bus system and allows it to convert for the Camaro fan. So let's take a look at how this is going to get wired. First thing you want to do is pull off your ground terminal, obviously. Then you would come over here and to the gray side. I'm just going to show you with the brown side. Pull it out, wiggle, perfect. We're just going to reseat that one. But you're going to do that to the gray side here. After you do that, peel the tape back and start sorting the wires a little bit. Let's show you what wires you need. Well, for the 2018, you need the white black and the white blue. You need one of the black wires. There's multiple black wires in there. They're all grounds. And then we need the pink and gray wire. So let's go and show you. These two are already twisted together. So this is your CAN high and CAN low. So these two are going to be needed. This black wire, again, just grab any of the black wires. And then this is our pink with a little gray stripe in there. Now that we have all three of these wires, we have white, black, and white, black, which is going to go to white, black, white, black. White, blue, which goes to white, blue. Black goes to black. The switched accessory goes to our pink and gray. And that gray wire is going to go to the fan side, which I'll show you in a sec. First thing we want to do, again, make sure that battery is disconnected. Because if it is not, and you short one of these, it's going to be bad news. You don't want to do it. Actually, it probably won't be that bad because it's not connected. Just don't do it, okay? So what we're going to do is separate these a bit. We're going to go get ourselves a stripper and solder. Now there's multiple ways you can do this. I like to do it this way where you strip back, and then what you do is we're just going to strip our wire, wrap it around, and then solder it on. Now you also want to pick a location first. I decided to mount this relay piece right here. It's going to click right in here, and then what's going to end up happening is I've got my small little wire tail, which is going to go to here, and I'm going to be able to tape it up and keep it nice and clean. So that's why I went right here. Now keep in mind there's a wiring harness right here, so when you put a screw in, I already made sure you don't hit that wiring harness. You want it low so the hood isn't going to hit it, but you want to keep it nice and safe. Now that I've gone ahead and done this, the next thing I'm going to do is cut each of these to about that much length, wrap it around here, and solder it on. Other way you could do this, there's those T-taps where you would strip this, crimp it on, and then it's got a T-tap which compresses onto the wire and taps into it. I still prefer solder. Big thing though when you're soldering these, just make sure you don't have any jacket in there when you're soldering it on, because that will cause a break in the connection and it won't get a reading from it. So make sure that you have the wire fully exposed without any sheath there when you're soldering this on, and make sure that when you solder the wire on, it doesn't slide up onto the sheath and solder itself to the sheath rather than the wire. Ta-da! As you can see, we're nice. We got enough solder in there, and we are not on the sheath with any of these. They all are sitting on there nicely. Next thing I did was I just slid these back up, so that way we're as close to not having anything exposed as we can. And next, individually wrap each of these with electrical tape. Whatever you do, don't just tape them all together. I think that's needless to say. And you don't even have to do that when you put this bundle back together. Just like I said, individually tape these. And then after you've done so, then we will take this and wrap that wrap around, and we'll throw a little bit of tape around there just to clean it up. Leave this wire free, as we're gonna have to run this one to over here, because it's going to feed this. So rather than cut this wire, because that's no good, I'm actually going to cut in off of this one, and we're going to cut it, and then we'll put a little bit of shrink tube on here to protect that wire, just in case we ever go back to another fan. So we have to run a wire from here. What I would do is feed it into here, just under your rad, grab it from inside your grill, just like so. We'll just feed it like this. And the reason why is there's a wiring harness in there we can go off of. Now, at the same time, I'm going to be split looming this after. I just don't have any split loom with me, and I want to test this before I go through all of that headache. Once we get to here, we can go under this. I'm just going to drop that right there. Oh, maybe not. I think I'm going to feed it up through here. Be a little bit tricky, but we'll get it. Either way, I'll feed it up through there and then bring it around under the horn, up through this plastic piece, and then right through here. If you're taking a look here, as you can see, I cut that wire and then I put a piece of heat shrink on the other wire, squeeze the tip to protect it from getting water inside of it, and then heat it up so also the adhesive all heated up in there. Next thing I'm going to do, now that that wire is cut, and again, I've added that wire that's going over to our gray wire over there. Now I'm going to tape up this connector just a little bit, or even what I'll do, well, I'll probably throw some tape on here and then I'll throw a bigger piece of heat shrink on later, like I said. And then I'm going to actually, just for right now, just for testing purposes, I'm going to zap strap it here and then come into my grill, and then I'm going to zap strap there, put another strap there, and just clean it up. There's our final connection. And so from here, I'm just going to slide this over, heat it up. After that's down there, you've got your, as you can see, I threw a little bit of protector right here just to clean it up. Did that on the other side too. Made sure my relay was nice and clicked in. From here, put the negative on, start your vehicle. Let's bring it up to temp and make sure our fan kicks in.
Well, started up the Jeep and take a look at that. Don't know if you can see it, so I'll zoom in for a second. But you can see sort of that the fan is spinning. So far, this little fan module that we put in is working great. I'm interested to see how it holds up. And of course, by driving it around, make sure it's keeping everything cool. But now that that's confirmed that it's working, I'm ecstatic about where it goes from here. Either way, guys, if I see anything different or anything wrong, I'll post that in this video. But that is how you set up the RPM Extreme fan module. And I gotta say, it's pretty sweet. If you have a 3.6 and you have to use the Camaro fan because you're using a truck Hemi, then I highly recommend their module. It is a bit more money. This one was about 500 Canadian for me, and plus then I had to get it shipped in to Canada, so that cost me a little bit. And then on top of that, they charged me $60 worth of duties. So it is a very expensive little programmable relay. But does it work? Well, yes, it does. Thanks again for watching. Press like if it helped you out. If you want to see the rest of the project, go and check out the playlist. Took it for a bit of a drive, and yep, that fan is kicking in.